friends. Welcome back to Mindful Minutes. I updated the location for today. My name is Angela Miklas, and I'm an owner of Vivid Buffalo, and we'll be reading from Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie, which is a beautiful book to really help ground and do a short meditation each day. And we'll get to that in just a minute. And I typically do this daily, and I did do it yesterday. But the video, it was like 13 minutes too. And it sucked, I thought, because I was in kind of a bad mood. And that is putting it lightly. But it was also really good. And so I hope, I'm not sure what happened. I had to record it on my phone. My computer was dead. Anything yesterday that could have gone wrong did. I felt like. And on top of it, someone was really shitty to me. And I'm sorry for anybody who doesn't like the language, but from time to time you'll get it out of me. But yeah, and I say shitty because it was. And sometimes those things happen. Like the day before Monday was like one of the best days of my life. And those days are great too. But, you know, sometimes Tuesdays aren't the same. And they suck. And it's hard when, you know, it's another person being shitty to you because, like, you know to ground and breathe, and that, you know, typically it's one of those things where hurt people, but, like, also it's hurtful. My feelings were hurt. So it was just, like, a rough day. And I mean, I think that sort of illustrates it. Like, I even pulled myself together and I, like, did my mindful minutes, and I, like, you know, I did all of the things yesterday. You know, I got most of the work done that I wanted to do and most of the communication done. But, like, I did yoga. I did my mindful minutes. I couldn't get it uploaded. And like I felt like every minor thing was a struggle, and it was probably just clouded with, you know, dealing with an emotional situation. And those things happen too. And I still tried to upload it. I still hope to upload it at some point, just to keep that dedication. But what we can do today is, if it's not too much, I'll just do both readings and talk through those things, and then we will be right on track by date, because each mindful minute, we're reading in order by day. So yesterday was It's Okay Not to Know, which was particularly useful. And then today is Seek Freedom and Equality in Love. So, as far as Vivid Buffalo updates, Yoga Plus will be coming up not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So you can get your yoga ticket for $15, and for just $10 more, you can get a $15 voucher for the adventure park and Riverworks. So you can get food and drink if you wanted. You can use it for kayaking. It's $5 to rent a kayak. So you can come out and, like, do yoga and kayak and still get, like, a drink and food. So yeah, check out Yoga Plus coming up. We are actually starting to schedule some paint nights at the Lafayette Hotel. So we were there today doing a tour. We were working with, one of our teachers to kind of check out the space. And we've got some really amazing things cooking. We're actually filling these spaces with things like comedy shows. We are coming up with some bigger events by way of photography, yoga. I don't know. There's just a lot of things that are coming up, and we are seriously, I just got back from meetings and, walking around the facilities and, making those connections happen. And that's what it takes. It takes networking, it takes connections, and that's what we do really well. And we're pulling it together in a pretty big way. So keep your eye on Vivid Buffalo's Eventbrite for those public classes that we'll be putting out there. As we start to put things out like the comedy shows and things like that, we'll make sure to pump and promote those as well. But go on to the Buffalo Riverworks page. Go on to the social media for the Pearl Street group of companies and start to follow these things, because that's where you're going to understand the venue, and they'll be pumping the events there as well. So as things open back up and you guys are interested in getting out there, let's do it together and have a lot of fun with it. So Vivid Buffalo's Eventbrite, and check out the Pearl Street group of companies social media as well. So all those things, and the Buffalo NY Spirit Retail. You can get your red, white, and blue there. T-shirts, tank tops, leggings. Girl, the leggings. I don't have them on. I have, my office clothes. But the cool thing about this dress is it has pockets. Which is the cliche for all girls that wear dress with pockets. But yeah, so get the leggings, Buffalo NY Spirit. And with that, let's get into our readings. Let's ground and breathe and forget about shitty people who say shitty things. Again, sorry for the language, folks, but it was a rough Tuesday. Okay, so June 15th. It's okay not to know. Sometimes we don't know what we want, what's next, or what we think our lives will look like down the road. That's okay. If the answer is I don't know, then say it, and say it clearly. And be at peace with not knowing. That's important. Sometimes the reason we don't know is that what's coming is going to be very different from anything we've experienced before. Even if we knew, we couldn't relate to it because it's that new and that different. It's a surprise. Sometimes the reason we don't know is that it would be too difficult, too confusing for us right now. It would take us out of the present moment, cause us to worry and fuss about how we could control it or what we could do to make it happen. Knowing would make us afraid and put us on overload. It would take us away from the present. Sometimes our souls know, but it's just not time for our conscious mind to know yet. Sometimes knowing would take us out of the very experience we need to go through to discover the answer we're looking for. And sometimes the process of learning to trust, the process of going through an experience and coming to trust that we will ultimately discover our own truth is more important than knowing. The process of moving away from what we don't know to what we are to learn is a process that can be trusted. It's how we grow and change. It's okay not to know. It's okay to let ourselves move into knowing. The lesson is trusting that we'll know when it's time. And that's a big one. For me right now, just there's a lot of avenues. It's a big life change, fully focusing on a business and avenues of profit and not knowing what that's going to look like, as opposed to having that, it's a consistent salary, it's the benefits, it's all that. Don't want it. But people love it. People stay with it because of the security, So choosing the not knowing and knowing that it's going to be okay and trusting the process and feeling the growth. It's exhilarating, but it's like also terrifying. For sure. I think what I'm going to do today is leave it at that. And I'll post this today, and I'll find a way to catch up on our reading. We're one day behind. But I'll find a way to catch up on our reading, and we will follow up tomorrow with an update on my aerial yoga class. So I'm learning how to do some pretty, what I would say is like circus style aerial yoga. I need to get more into that world, and starting with a lesson today. So I will have an update, and I'll follow up with more for you guys tomorrow. Or if I'm feeling like it and have the ability to do it, I'll just catch up later with a quick reading. So have a good rest of your day, friends.